The East Carolina baseball team hosted their 14th annual Keith LeClair Classic. Now this isn't just a regular classic. Behind the name is a story that past, present, and future Pirate players will hang on to forever. Keith LeClair was the former ECU baseball coach, running the program from 1997 through 2002 until he was forced to resign after being diagnosed with ALS. He is the second winningest coach in ECU history. LeClair had high hopes for the team, but always seemed to come up short. The closest the Pirates got to Omaha was the Super Regional in 2001.
When it hurts, you know you're doing the right things in the program. And, this may be a setback, but it's not the last of what you'll hear from East Carolina, I can promise you that. We will get to Omaha. I can promise you that.
What many people don't know is that current ECU baseball coach Cliff Godwin played for LeClair during the peak of the team's success. LeClair always had nothing but good things to say about Godwin as a player.
He is what a student athlete's all about, and the good things that come to him are things that he's earned.
LeClair lost his battle to ALS in 2006, but his legacy still lives on. The baseball stadium is named after LeClair, and when Cliff Godwin was hired in 2015, the LeClair family insisted that Godwin wear the number 23. 23 was LeClair's number as a player and as a coach. Godwin was honored but surprised at the same time.
Well, I was taken off guard, and I still remember exactly where I was. I was at Southern Wayne High School watching the American Legion game when Lynn called me and she asked me had I ever thought about wearing the number 23, and I said no. I had planned on wearing 16 because that was the number I wore here in college, and she said, well, I think Keith would want you to wear it.
But before Godwin accepted the offer, he had a request.
I said, well, if Coach LeClair wants me to wear it, then I'll wear it, but under one condition. Once we get to Omaha, then we'll retire his number and put it up on the outfield wall.
Coach Godwin received many of his coaching traits from LeClair.
He was about working hard, doing more than what's expected, and he instilled a belief into a group of guys who probably weren't the most talented, but we believed we could beat anybody, anywhere, anytime, and really just that was something I really took away from him.
The Classic is not the only way the team honors Keith LeClair. They also participate in what they like to call Mustache March.
Doing it for Coach LeClair is to raise awareness for Lou Gehrig's disease and the fight against ALS. Actually, Charlie Yorgan, our second baseman, came up with the idea last year. So we have a website on the ALS website, and if you go to it, you can donate money, and it's like a $1 difference, where as much money as we could raise, we would love to do that. So last year I think we raised around $4,600, and this year we're hoping to raise $5,000.
The tournament kicked off with Keith LeClair's daughter Audrey throwing the first pitch. The Pirates dominated the Classic, facing opponents from St. John's, Appalachian State, and Keith LeClair's alma mater, Western Carolina. Throughout the weekend, these red wristbands were given out in honor of ALS and with hopes to strike out ALS. For Campus Connect from East Carolina, I'm Blair Berry.